ABC 12 News, first at 4.
A Flint man sentenced to up to 60 years behind bars for drug and weapons charges is now free. Michael Thompson left a Jackson prison early this morning after Governor Gretchen Whitmer commuted his sentence in December.
Last year, calls for Thompson's early release gained national attention, and Michigan's Attorney General as well as the Genesee County prosecutor joined in that push.
Our Ann Perrette has been following this story. She joins us now live outside the Genesee County Courthouse. And Ann, he served nearly 25 years of that sentence.
Yes, and this is where Michael Thompson was convicted in May 1996, a jury finding him guilty on 5 felony charges. The possession of marijuana charge put him behind bars for up to 20 years. The felon in possession of a firearm charge carried a sentence of 24 to 60 years behind bars. That's harsher, the Genesee County prosecutor says, than the sentence a person convicted of second-degree murder would receive today.
It's egregious by any measure, and yet he spent 25 years incarcerated. And so now is a moment to celebrate, but it's also a moment to take a critical look at how this happened, why this happened, and what we can do for the other, frankly, millions of Americans who are egregiously incarcerated.
Defense attorney Kimberly Corral picked up Thompson's case in 2019. She filed an application for clemency in January 2020 and is frustrated by how long it took to eventually get the parole board to take a look at his case and recommend to the governor he should be released early. Corral says Thompson is considered the longest incarcerated non-violent offender in Michigan's history. She explained the Flint native sold 3 to 4 pounds of marijuana to an informant, which led to the felony drug charges. But with the weapons charges, Corral says the gun wasn't in his possession during the crime. It was at his home while he sold the drugs at another location. The governor commuting Thompson's sentence does not erase his criminal record. It only allows him to get out early.
He was honored by the NAACP for his community contributions before he went in, and he didn't, which is hard for me to fathom, but he didn't let this situation reshape who he is. He's been preparing to be the same person he's been and to step out and to be a meaningful contributor to this community.
So what's next for Michael Thompson now that he's home in Flint? I spoke with him and his oldest daughter, their emotional reunion and his thank you to this community who has been pushing for his release, coming up tonight at 5. Live in Flint, I'm Ann Perrette, ABC 12 News.
Thank you, Ann. And it wasn't just Thompson who was released today. 3 others were let out of prison thanks to Governor Whitmer's commutations last month. Lawrence Cadroy, Lorenzo Garnett, and Larry McGee were allowed to go home. In a statement, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist saying it represents the ending of their debt to society and the beginning of an opportunity for better days, adding he and the governor will continue to prioritize a more equitable and just criminal legal system, and every step forward is a step in the right direction.
I'm just going to let you know I'm happy.
An emotional Michael Thompson just moments after he was released from prison early this morning in Jackson. Thompson served nearly 25 years for drug and weapons charges.
He had at least 15 years left, but in December, Governor Gretchen Whitmer commuted his sentence following a push from thousands of people across the country. Our Ann Perrette has been following this story. She joins us now live outside the courthouse where Thompson initially received his sentence. Ann.
Michael Thompson tells me it's been an overwhelming day. Last year, we first told you about the national plea from celebrities, Michigan's Attorney General, the Genesee County prosecutor, and the Last Prisoner Project calling Thompson's lengthy prison sentence egregious. Thompson tells me today that knowing people cared kept him hopeful this day would actually come. 69-year-old Michael Thompson left prison at 4 this morning to the cheers of his family, supporters, and strangers.
Yep. Feels good. Feels real good.
That's Thompson's oldest child, his daughter, Rashonda Little, standing by his side. She was a teenager when her father was convicted in 1996.
The Lord put this on me to see, and he put it on me to see, and just seeing him walk out those doors was a memory I would never forget.
A jury convicted the Flint native 25 years ago on 5 felony charges. His attorney says Thompson sold 3 to 4 pounds of marijuana to an informant, and in the investigation, a gun was found at his home. Because he was considered a habitual offender, Thompson received a 40 to 60-year prison sentence. That's more than someone convicted of second-degree murder would receive today, according to the Genesee County prosecutor.
You know, you got all these people making millions of dollars off marijuana, but you got guys locked up like me, 25 years. That ain't fair.
We caught up with Thompson in Flint at a big lunch planned to celebrate his release. His one request, a home-cooked meal. Countless supporters showed up, many strangers who called for his release and want to see a change in the justice system. That's what Thompson says he now plans to tackle.
Whatever I can do to help, because I left a strong voice back in prison. You know, I left a strong voice, and they listened to me. But the only thing I need is some help from you all out here. Help me help them.
Eager to see what he can do, his daughter says she'll be right by his side through it all.
You know, I'm just grateful he's here, and my life can regain strength. You know, it's nothing like holding your father's hand or just giving.
And Thompson's family tells me that there are still several new family members that have joined them in the last 25 years that they are excited for him to meet. For now, his daughter says he will be staying with her in Flint. Live tonight in Flint, I'm Ann Perrette, ABC 12 News.
Hard to imagine how much they have to catch up on. Thank you, Ann. The Last Prisoner Project, a national group of cannabis industry leaders, criminal and social justice advocates, and policy experts, led what they called the Free Michael Thompson movement. They were at the prison to watch Thompson walk out at 4 this morning. And this afternoon, they presented him with a $15,000 check for housing.